Once upon a time, Lisa Weaver and Matthew Solomon are the most blissful newlyweds on Long Island.
It really was a fun wedding.
She was just absolutely radiant.
But then a happy holiday turns terrifying.
It's Christmas Eve night. A young newlywed goes out for a walk and disappears.
I lost it. I really lost it.
Every day it was another drama.
For this couple, the honeymoon is over. Lisa Weaver is young and in love. The 22-year-old is the ultimate blushing bride, fresh-faced and excited about a bright future. Her soulmate, Matthew Solomon, is 23, confident and strong. The young lovers have been together about 4 years, since just after high school. And though they've had their ups and downs, Lisa knows Matthew's the guy for her. It's finally happening.
It really was a fun wedding. It really was. Everybody laughed. Everybody had a wonderful time.
Lisa had this beautiful gown and beautiful veil, and she was just absolutely radiant.
She was very tiny and petite, and the gown just made her look like a little doll, porcelain doll.
Please repeat after me. I, Matthew Solomon,
I, Matthew Solomon,
take Lisa Weaver
take Lisa Weaver
to be my married wife.
to be my married wife until death do us part.
You may kiss the bride.
The handsome young groom is delighted to have Lisa as his wife at last. It's all he's ever wanted.
I never took my eyes off her that day, and I just watched her, and she was just so happy. It's the best feeling you can have when you see your child so happy. It's the best thing you can do.
All mothers dream that their daughter, their princess, will grow up and meet their prince, and it'll be a beautiful wedding.
But in the early morning hours of Christmas Day, the fairy tale romance is suddenly shattered. Lisa has vanished. A desperate Matthew cruises the neighborhood. No Lisa.
Excuse me, officer.
Yes, sir.
I was wondering, have you seen my wife? She went for a walk and hasn't returned.
The officer had seen a woman walking,
I did see someone walking.
but it wasn't Lisa.
Thank you.
At 6 a.m., Matthew calls 911. Then
Hello?
Lisa's mother.
Wait, Matthew, what? Matthew said, Mom, I can't find Lisa. Lisa went out. She went for a walk. She hasn't come home. Have you seen her? Is she at your house? I was bewildered, and I couldn't put it together. What do you mean she's missing? What are you talking about, Matthew? What's going on?
To hear that your child has gone missing, it's probably the worst news any parent can ever receive, especially not knowing. Is she suffering somewhere? Because the instinct of every parent is to run to their aid and help them. But which direction do you run? Where do you look?
Taking off into the night isn't like Lisa. Even as a little girl, she was cautious and didn't like to be alone.
She was a very quiet little girl, a little bit shy, a little bit clingy. Kind of tagged along with her sister. Hung around with the right people, did the right things, loved life.
She also endured heartache, When she was a teenager, her father was diagnosed with cancer.
My husband was sick a lot. He was really sick a long time, many, many years.
It's so sad because sometimes it can feel like abandonment, even if a dad's job takes him away. In this case, it was illness taking him away.
Her Uncle Howard becomes a surrogate father.
She and I bonded almost immediately, and I consider her my daughter.
We grew up as a tight family. We would get together on the weekends and, have dinner.
Lisa and her mom share a special bond.
Lisa and I were very, very close. So we just did everything together.
One hot summer afternoon, 18-year-old Lisa strolls into town. Before long, she catches the eye of Matthew Solomon, an attendant at the local gas station.
She was a little bit impressed with him because Matthew had a lot of charisma.
The 19-year-old grew up in the same town, but went to a different high school. He's a popular guy, a ladies' man, who knows what he wants. And now, he wants Lisa. From the beginning, the two are smitten.
They never do this.
When Lisa gets home, she gushes to her mom.
She said, I met this man, very handsome, very good looking. And we really had a lot of fun. She said he was really funny. He was making me laugh.
Matthew's just working at the gas station for the summer. He has bigger plans for his future.
His father got him in the sheet metal union, and he had an excellent job.
Soon after, Lisa brings Matthew to meet her family.
Matt. Hi, nice to meet you. How are you?
Everybody liked him. He was very happy-go-lucky, very funny, very secure.
The two start dating. They're just adorable together.
Matthew made her very happy. They had a lot of good times. They really did.
But now, they're separated. Why would she run off? Early Christmas morning, Matthew heads downstairs to talk to the couple's landlords who live below them.
Like 6 o'clock in the morning, we did have a knock at the door, and Matthew was asking if we had seen Lisa and if we had heard anything from Lisa.
But they haven't. Has someone snatched her? Lisa hasn't been seen since the night before, when she told Matthew she was going for a walk.
According to Matthew, when Lisa left the house around 11:30 on Christmas Eve, she was wearing sweatpants, sweatshirt, and old running sneakers. She was not wearing any other outer gear.
Because of the bitter cold, police don't wait the normal 24-hour period.
So the Missing Person Bureau then started inquiries with family members and co-workers.
Everyone agrees. It's trouble.
When we arrived at Lisa's apartment in Huntington Station, the room was packed, the living room was packed with people. Everybody had this look of concern.
We checked best plan here. It's just a split up, 2 people car.
In very quick order, the family made up missing person pictures, which they started posting. The media picked up on this right away, and Lisa Solomon's picture was both on television and in the local newspapers.
This was a big story. It's Christmas Eve night, a young newlywed goes out for a walk and disappears. All of Long Island was gripped by this.
There was yellow tape around my yard, and I was just like, that's when it was like, what the heck is going on here? This is not real. It was unsettling.
And just like that, the story of the pretty newlywed has turned from fairy tale to nightmare. "2 months after a picture-perfect wedding in Huntington, New York, Lisa Solomon disappears on Christmas Eve. Her husband Matthew spearheads a media campaign to help find her.
Please don't hurt her. Please don't do anything rash. To whoever did it, no harm's gonna come to them. Just bring her home.
For the newlyweds, Christmas Eve is a very special day.
That day, she called me up and she was very, very excited that this was going to be her first Christmas Eve with her new husband.
According to Matthew, they celebrate their 2-month anniversary with a romantic dinner. Fresh lobsters, their favorite champagne. After dinner, they relax in the living room.
Matthew Solomon said he fell asleep. She watched her favorite soap opera, which she taped every day.
He recalls her waking him up just after 11, upset about her father's failing health.
He said she wanted to take a walk, she wanted to be by herself, and she wanted to think about things. She was very depressed.
Christmas Eve is a particularly vulnerable time. A first Christmas away from your family of origin is often filled with all kinds of feelings of sadness and loss because you haven't begun the new traditions yet.
Matthew admonished Lisa not to go too far and just stay within the block. And she said that she would, and she'd be home in about 10 minutes.
I'll be good. I will.
We learned that Lisa was an asthmatic, and there was no indication that when she left the house that she was carrying anything. She did not have her car keys, she didn't have identification, purse, and therefore she didn't have her medical supplies.
It just doesn't make sense.
She could have been abducted, could have fallen into some body of water or some crevice somewhere, could have just fell ill and might be lying somewhere undiscovered.
Where could the pretty young newlywed possibly be? And who could have taken her?
Matthew was on the news reaching out to the community to try to help find his wife. He was very distraught.
I hope that I can put up, just put a plea out for people. I need all the people I can get. I need everybody out there.
There was tremendous sympathy in the community. Everybody on Long Island wanted to know the plight of this young woman.
Our hearts have to go out to the community because there were literally hundreds and hundreds of people searching for Lisa.
You'll tend to see this in small communities where people adopt an idea that she's one of our own, she's everybody's daughter, and we have to band together.
Matthew himself leads the search teams that scour the seediest parts of town.
Matthew decided that maybe we should search in some of the lower sections of Huntington Station where there was drug activities and dangerous areas.
Matthew storms through the high crime sections armed with a shotgun. He's determined to find his beloved wife, no matter what. Throughout their relationship, Lisa could always rely on Matthew to watch over her. From the start, the couple share a storybook romance.
He had a nice car, he had nice clothes, he took her to nice places, they went to really fancy restaurants. And Lisa liked that. She liked that. She really did.
Women are always attracted to resources in men, and that's why men display resources like a great car or jewelry. And Lisa was no different than any other woman out there. This is a man who could provide potentially financial security for her.
Matthew likes to be by her side. Always.
I used to try and tell Lisa, Lisa, he's not giving you any kind of space. And she sort of took that, I think, as a compliment. Oh, he loves me. He wants to be with me all the time.
Women love attention. Women love male attention. It makes them feel like they must be really worth his love.
In 4 years of dating, they break up a few times, as young lovers often do. Still, they know they're right for each other. On Christmas Day, 1986, exactly a year before she goes missing,
Lisa Weaver. Were you married?
Yes.
Matthew proposes at a waterfront restaurant.
The ring was gorgeous. It was a beautiful, beautiful ring. Gold, and it was a square diamond, kind of large. It had little tiny stones on the side, and it belonged to a set. There was a wedding ring with diamonds too. She was very happy. She was going to plan this big wedding.
But now, as this Christmas Day draws to a close, Lisa is still missing. How could she just vanish? Each new tip brings a burst of renewed hope.
In any search and rescue operation, you have to keep hope alive. Lisa's family had to keep hope alive in order to keep searching.
There were psychics that called in who stated that they knew where she was, and there were searches made in those areas. There were also people who thought that they sighted her and called it in, and police officers investigated that.
But every sighting turns out the same. No Lisa. Another lead surfaces at the bank where Lisa works.
During the course of the investigation, we learned of a person they called Rob, that he was someone that was interested in Lisa.
Mr. Norton?
Rob had applied for a car loan through Lisa, but he wanted to be more than a customer.
You know, when a business customer goes outside of the business relationship and you're a married woman, that's when red flags should go up.
Alright, well, I gotta get to a lunch meeting, so have a good day.
You mind if I go with you?
I'm good, thank you. I've got things I need to take care of.
Maybe next time.
Detectives hunt down the mystery man as more and more volunteers join the search for Lisa.
You just have hope in the beginning, but with each day that passes, you realize that that hope starts to drift away.
Then, 6 days after the newlywed vanished, just before a search team is about to call it quits late one night, they make a terrible discovery that pushes the investigation in a whole new direction.
Oh my God.
Newlywed Lisa Solomon has been missing for 6 days. Her distressed husband Matthew pleads for help in finding her.
Okay, she's been taking medication.
But she's just gone. Detectives continue looking for Rob, the man who seemed overly interested in Lisa. As family, friends, and volunteers widen their search for the newlywed.
Lisa's family was on a roller coaster, an awful, emotional roller coaster. 1 minute thinking there'd be a chance they found her, some tip would come in, and then their hopes would be dashed again.
Just a few months earlier, Lisa's on the lookout for the perfect dress. It seems a lifetime ago now.
Lisa and I went wedding dress shopping. I think we hit almost every store on Long Island. She just kept saying, you know, I'll know it when I see it. We walked to this little teeny-weeny boutique, and they had a lot of dresses there. And there was that dress hanging. It was just hanging there. And Lisa looked at the dress and she said, oh my God, this is the dress. This is the dress.
Mom.
Lisa just loves it.
That's gorgeous. That is beautiful. This is the one.
Then the sales girl came over and she talked to us and she said her wedding was called off and this dress was brought back.
Lisa doesn't see the dress coming from a failed wedding as a bad omen. But Diane does.
Well, what's wrong?
It was just that somebody had that dress and was planning her future on that dress. And then all of a sudden, something happened.
Not one to succumb to superstition, Lisa keeps planning her dream wedding. Her future was so bright. And now, her family frantically searches for her.
The weather was so cold that we had to be in thermal clothing. It was that cold.
The frigid weather doesn't stop searchers from going late into the night.
Report back every hour and a half.
Anybody got any questions? What we're doing? Yes, sir. Everybody good?
On the 6th day, Lisa's cousin Stephen joins an off-duty officer who knows the area well.
We passed these 2 farm fields, very, very big, like hundreds of acres of farm field. And as soon as we passed them, we decided that this would be an area maybe for us to look.
When they head into the first field, Stephen radios his dad an update.
He said that maybe we should call it quits. Everybody's called it quits. But I told him we were here and that we wanted to finish doing this search in this area.
It's a good thing. Eventually, they stumble upon piles of garbage bags.
We were kicking them and they were just leaf bags. And one of them was hard. And with that, the auxiliary police officer took his knife, started cutting the bag open. And we discovered that there was a body in the bag. We saw an arm frozen to a leg. The body was in a fetal position, frozen to the ground.
The officer goes for help. Stephen's all alone with the body.
I continued to open the bags to see if this was Lisa. And then I saw Lisa. It was definitely Lisa. I knew it was Lisa. The feeling is of every emotion you can think of all wrapped up in one. You're scared, you're sad, you're frightened. You wish you could bring her back to life.
It's hard to imagine the trauma that Stephen felt upon finding her body. After all the hard work searching, he was one of the few remaining ones throughout the night, still continuing to search because he believed that she could be alive. What an awful thing when he came upon her body.
Oh, buddy, listen, you don't want to see this. You don't need to see it yet. Lisa, no!
When Matthew got to the scene, he tried to get near Lisa's body, and I know they were holding him back. They didn't want to let him get near that. He got somewhat hysterical. There was some pushing and some shoving, and Matthew ended up being taken to the hospital and being sedated.
Lisa was left in 5 layered trash bags, one placed inside the other, like gruesome black plastic nesting dolls. She's completely frozen, nude. The only thing she has on? A gold band on her left ring finger.
A red fiber was found in the 5th outer bag in the tie, the twist tie.
But can the tiny piece of evidence lead them to the beloved newlywed's killer? In the immediate aftermath, nothing is certain.
Immediately, my thoughts went to Diane, because Diane and Lisa were so close. And Lisa was her life.
When I had to tell my sister that it was Lisa, she immediately went into a heavy state of denial.
I kept saying, no, it's not Lisa. It's not Lisa. It's okay. Don't worry. It's not Lisa. I remember that so well, saying, it's not Lisa. And I remember my daughter Donna, she came over to me and she put her hands on my face and she said, "Mommy, it's Lisa. Stephen found Lisa."
The night that Lisa was found, I heard Lisa's mother's reaction to the news, and I had never heard anything like that. It was such despair. It'll never leave me. It's just something I'll never forget.
I mean, we were just livid at that point that somebody could do this to somebody that we loved so much.
The cause of death, as determined by the medical examiner, was strangulation.
Detectives finally locate Rob, the man who had bothered Lisa at work. But he can prove he was with family during the time of the disappearance.
Rob had a solid alibi for that night, and we watched him out as a suspect in the disappearance of Lisa Solomon.
If Rob didn't do it, who did? Almost immediately, rumors swirl all over Long Island, but investigators turn their sights closer to home.
Finding Lisa's body changed the whole investigation. Now it's not a disappearance, now it's a murder investigation. Now the question is, who killed her?
Lisa Solomon's body is found just a couple miles from her home, 6 days after she vanished, and only 2 months after she and Matthew Solomon wed.
She was naked, she was bruised, she'd been there for almost a week. The body was frozen.
Everyone's shocked at the cold-blooded killing, and police waste no time tracking her killer. Town gossip starts to turn toward Matthew.
Right after Lisa's body was found, now the perception is changing. You know, was the husband this sympathetic figure, or did he have something to do with what was a horrible crime?
Detectives know the husband is often involved in crimes like this. But could this doting husband really have harmed his new bride?
It was like, oh, give me a break. Good God, how could it be? It would never be Matthew, never in a million years. I'm really upset that everybody's trying to blame it on Matthew.
I felt terrible for Matthew and for the families to have to go through that.
It's hard to believe. Just 8 weeks earlier, it's time for the wedding. But not everyone is excited.
Sometime before the actual ceremony, Lisa and I were talking, and I said, "Are you sure you want to go through with this, marrying Matthew?" And she said yes, she was sure.
Lisa's Uncle Howard has his own concerns, serious ones.
I was not happy about Lisa and Matthew. I thought she was making a big mistake. Shortly after I met him, I started seeing through some things that just didn't seem right. Every time he did something, it was always like, notice me, see what I've done for you. And ordinary people don't act like that. And as a result, I started to sour very rapidly on Matthew Solomon.
Howard took her away to Maine a couple of months before the wedding, and he spent the whole week trying to talk her out of the marriage. And I mean, she wouldn't even consider it. She wouldn't even listen to him.
Love is the world's greatest delusion. It's a drug. It absolutely is, and it makes you blind to what other people are saying. It's so much easier for outsiders to see sometimes what's going on inside a relationship because they don't have the delusions that the lovers do.
Nothing will stop Lisa from marrying the love of her life. Her dear uncle walks her down the aisle.
I didn't want to do it. I did it because I loved Lisa so much.
But now, as the family prepares for a funeral, they recall a party they had just after the wedding.
I invited a psychic over to my house. I invited a few of my friends, and she was going to give us all a reading. And Lisa went in, and when Lisa came out, I noticed that she was crying. And she was really, really upset. She said, "Mommy, she told me that she sees death all around me."
She's probably talking about your dad.
Diane thinks the psychic is picking up on Lisa's gravely ill father. But the psychic didn't say the same thing to Diane or Lisa's sister Donna. Now, the words have a whole new meaning.
I had to go to Lisa's wake, and I had to see Lisa. That was the hardest thing I have ever done in my whole life. Ever. And I remember trying to hug her and kiss her and feel her hair and touch her cheek. I just want to touch her hair. I just want to touch her face.
At the wake, things get weird.
Matthew looked at it as more of a party. His friends showed up. He had bought beer.
When I did see Matthew drinking beer at the wake, my initial reaction was just that everybody grieves in their own way.
Is this a grieving husband or something else? Police believe he's hiding something.
From the many interviews we did of Lisa's co-workers and friends, we learned that there were many inconsistencies and discrepancies in what Matthew was telling us.
Friends tell detectives Matthew does have a very possessive side. And after the engagement, it only gets worse.
Once Lisa and Matthew were married, I didn't really see much of her anymore.
I don't think Matthew really wanted anybody in her life except him. He kind of pushed her away from a lot of her friends.
The more he can isolate her, the more he can control her. So she doesn't have her mom and her sister and her friends telling her he's not good for you. He keeps them separate, and he's able then to control her mind.
Matthew would go to Lisa's house in the morning before they were married just to see what she was wearing, kind of approve it.
What's wrong?
What are you wearing?
A dress.
You're not going to church in that.
Why not?
Because it looks silly.
You're being ridiculous.
I'm not being ridiculous.
Yes, you are.
I'm not.
He was controlling about every piece of her, like she was some doll of his, some extension of himself that he could play with and mold and manipulate. He was sick.
I'll be right here when you get out.
If they went anywhere and she wanted to go to the bathroom, he would actually escort her to the bathroom, wait outside the door, and then escort her back to the table.
We were starting to see this picture of this compulsive person that is just, I thought, so in love with her that he cannot be 10 minutes without her, which later on I found out I don't think it was love. I think it was just obsession, possessiveness and obsession.
I think Matthew was in love with the concept of Lisa. She was the girl that every guy in town wanted to take out, and he had her. And Matthew, I think, thought of Lisa as a trophy.
He was jealous in a pathological way. Because the truth is, there's no amount of control that would be enough for him.
This overpossessiveness and this control by the husband of the wife, it's a red flag to any investigator.
The couple's relationship certainly had its secrets, and the most shocking truth about them will soon emerge.
The day I walked Lisa down the aisle and she married Matthew Solomon was the last day I ever saw Lisa alive.
When newlywed Lisa Solomon is discovered murdered, Suspicion shifts to her husband, Matthew.
After the body was found, more information came out about Matthew and Lisa's relationship. I guess it wasn't like the nice, warm, cozy story that a lot of people wanted to believe. Apparently, it was a pretty volatile relationship even before they got married, a lot of arguing.
Matthew has a pathological attachment disorder. His attachment to Lisa was not love. Let's make this clear. This was never love. This was a passionate control and vigilant kind of manipulation of her.
Sometimes the fights get out of hand.
This is ridiculous. He's just a friend.
From where? From where?
High school.
Like the one after a friend's wedding reception.
Stop. What are you doing?
Lisa was going to leave, and Matthew ran out and tackled her on the lawn. They fell down. He bruised her arm during the struggle.
Lisa hides it from her family.
After Lisa was murdered, we started talking to a lot of her friends, and that's how we found out that Matthew was on the violent side with Lisa.
And Lisa would never really tell me. I would say, Lisa, what happened? You know, what happened? She'd say, nothing.
It's very, very common for a victim of domestic violence like Lisa to make excuses for a perpetrator because she loves him, because she actually feels that it's her fault.
The most damning news comes from the landlords downstairs, who heard something around midnight on that fateful holiday night.
On Christmas Eve, I remember my husband and I getting ready for bed. We heard an argument, and it was coming from upstairs.
What was that?
I have no idea.
That was mostly from Matthew. His voice was what we heard, and there was whimpering or crying that was coming from Lisa. We also heard like a shuffle from one side of the apartment to the other. After that, we heard a thud or a thump on the wall. After that, there was silence.
In the moment, Joanne and her husband chalk it up to newlyweds fighting. They're newlyweds themselves. Matthew gives detectives permission to search his apartment and car. They need physical evidence linking him to the crime. And in the trunk of his car, they find what they're looking for. Red fibers that lab techs match to the fiber found on the bags holding Lisa's body.
We have probable cause to arrest Matthew for the murder of his wife, Lisa.
12 days after Lisa's body is found, police arrest Matthew Solomon for her murder.
And I said, Matthew, the charade has to end. You can't keep lying to people. I said, and the truth is that you murdered your wife, Lisa.
After weeks of lies, he finally confesses. Sort of.
And I put my arms around her. I didn't realize that my right arm was on her neck.
Matthew claims that night they got into an argument.
All right, I'm heading out.
Where are you going?
Church with my mom.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
He says he just hugged her tightly, trying to calm her down. Lisa's last breath was squeezed from her by the man who took vows to love and protect her just 8 weeks earlier.
If he calls strangling her, hugging her too tight, this illustrates his pathology. He couldn't love her enough. He couldn't control her enough. He couldn't hold her tight enough. She was always going to get away in some manner. Until finally he held her so tight he squeezed the life out of her.
After Matthew murdered Lisa, he picked her up and put her in the bathtub, and he stripped her naked.
Then, in a bizarre move, he took off his dead wife's valuable diamond engagement and wedding rings and replaced them with a cheap gold band.
Matthew wrote a letter to Lisa saying, Lisa, when you get back, stay here, call me. I love you. Love, Matthew.
Matthew wrote this after he strangled his wife.
And then he goes to a local convenience store, buys garbage bags. He literally treated her like a piece of garbage, threw her in garbage bags, threw in the trunk of their car, sees a field, tosses her on the side of the road.
Yes, it was Matthew. Everybody was right. We were wrong. We loved him and we trusted him. And what a betrayal. What a betrayal. He is a man without a soul. He really is. He has no soul. He's an animal. Yeah.
Matthew Solomon is found guilty of second-degree murder and depraved indifference murder, defined as a killing committed by someone who has an utter disregard for the value of human life, with a wicked, evil, or inhuman state of mind. He's sentenced to 18 years to life. Thanks to the family's ongoing efforts in petitioning the parole board, he has so far been denied parole 4 times. But this is all little comfort to Lisa's family. She is never coming home again.
4 years of his life he spent making her happy. And then I hand her over to him, and then 8 weeks later he murders her. I'll never understand that as long as I live. Never understand that.
I walked Lisa down the aisle. I lifted her veil. I kissed her. And unknowingly I turned her over to her murderer. I'll never forget it.
When you lose a child, that pain never goes away. That pain is always there with you. When I visit Lisa's gravesite, I feel so at peace. I just say, Lisa, I'm here. I am here. I'm here with you. And someday I'm going to be up there with you. And nobody will ever separate us again.
Once upon a time, quiet Bruce Cleland meets fiery young Rebecca Salcido, and sparks fly.
The wedding was just out of a fairy tale.
He's absolutely transfixed. This is the most beautiful woman he has ever seen.
She was a Cinderella who found her prince.
But like most fairy tales, this story has a villain.
It didn't feel real. I felt like I was watching a movie.
Blood was running out into the gutter.
And it was so frightening. And achingly sad. Killed for nothing.
For this couple, the honeymoon is over. Bruce Cleland has waited his whole life for this very moment. 42 years, in fact. But now, he's finally met the girl for him. And she's helped him to come out of his shell. Rebecca Salcido is 28, gorgeous and vibrant. She's a single mom who has struggled. And today, she's delighted to be settling down to start a new life with Bruce in San Marino, California.
The wedding was just out of a fairy tale. Something that was just so right, and it felt right. Seeing Rebecca in her wedding dress, I mean, it just brought tears to my eyes.
She was gorgeous. She had on all the lace and sequins and all the jewelry and the long train. I get pictures of the bride right before she walks down the aisle, and then I try to focus in on the groom when he first sees her, and his face just lit up. You could just see how happy he was. He was glowing.
With this ring,
today, dreams will come true.
This is like a Cinderella story for Rebecca. This was her Prince Charming. Bruce swooped down into her life, gave her everything she'd ever dreamed of. Her life changed overnight.
With this ring,
I thee wed.
I thee wed.
So now it's with great pleasure that I pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride.
But even before the couple's honeymoon phase is over, gunshots echo through a quiet neighborhood in East Los Angeles, and tragedy strikes.
When police arrived, they saw a chaotic situation. An SUV sat near a boulevard stop sign with the lights on, the motor running, and 2 doors open. A body was lying on the apron of a driveway, and blood was running out into the gutter.
A woman is sprawled on the pavement. It's Rebecca, in shock, but alive.
Oh my God, that's my husband! He got shot! Oh my God! He got shot! Oh my God!
Nearby, blood pours from her husband Bruce's body. No one saw this coming, especially to such a shy, quiet man like Bruce.
Bruce Cleland was born into an upper middle class family in South Pasadena, California.
Bruce was really smart. He had a perfect math score on the SAT, a perfect score on the College Board Achievement tests in physics and chemistry.
But he's not just smart.
Hello, gentlemen. How are you?
Oh, good evening.
What can I get you?
He's a man with character.
The thing about Bruce as a friend was that he was loyal, he was honest, and he was completely reliable. He had your back and you knew it.
The one concept that remains elusive to this math genius, the law of attraction.
Bruce's interaction with women was, as far as I saw, basically non-existent. He was very shy.
No, I'm not good at that.
I'm certain he never had so much as a date, let alone as a girlfriend.
There's so much pressure on men to be sexually virile, to be out there, to be the cool guy who's hitting on all the chicks. And when you're not that, and you're really shy and inhibited, this can feel awful.
Here you are. Sorry night. Let's get something.
All through his 20s and then his 30s, he waits for that special someone to come along. But she never does.
He just could not open up and ask a girl for a date. By the time Bruce reached the age of 42, he was still a virgin.
Adult virginity is more common than you might think. But what happens is, as the years creep by, they become more inhibited because they become more embarrassed about their virginity. And this can be debilitating.
Not far from pristine South Pasadena, where Bruce was raised, but a world away, Rebecca grows up in a rough part of East Los Angeles. She and her 3 sisters don't have it easy.
Rebecca grew up in chaotic circumstances. It was just a dysfunctional family in every possible way. Rebecca's father had left, just deserted the whole family. Her mother was distant, somewhat abusive.
What are you doing? You don't pay any attention. What's your problem? You are so worthless.
Rebecca's mom would always be bossing them around. All 3 of them. You know, it's good to have chores, but I mean, they were more like maids. The minute that she was mad, she was like, you know, kicking him out of the house and how much money you're going to give me. And it was always about money.
Rebecca was determined to grow and burst outside of her traumatic box. And she did that.
That's what we need to do.
Oh my God, Rebecca. What was amazing about Rebecca is she had this ability to overcome the adversity and actually be happy.
She just had a way with people. She would make you feel so comfortable. And she always made you feel like you were her friend.
The girls admire her, and the boys, well, they just want her.
She could attract men, and when they go out, she was the center of attention. She loved that, and she learned to thrive on that.
She can take her pick, so she's picky.
She was always attracted to men that were older. She said that they understood her.
When any child is missing a parent, there's this feeling of loss that accompanies them through their life. So for her, I'm sure there was a piece of her that wanted to have some kind of father figure.
In 1995, she takes a job selling spices at a farmer's market. It's perfect for the social butterfly. One morning, Bruce wanders by. There's still no lady in his life.
Now he's approaching middle age, and he doesn't have a family. I'm sure he felt this loss.
Until he sees her.
He's absolutely transfixed. He's stunned. This is the most beautiful woman he has ever seen.
Hello. Hello. I guess I'm interested in some spices.
Oh, okay, we have a lot of spices.
She smiled. She spoke to him. And this is probably the first time in his life that he ever felt like a woman was flirting with him. If you ever heard of love at first sight, literally it happened to Bruce at that moment.
Get some change back.
No, you keep it.
Thank you so much. You have yourself a good day.
Thank you.
This was maybe Bruce's turning point in life.
Would you consider having dinner with me?
Sure.
Where he might actually form a relationship with a woman.
But happiness is ripped away in one tragic instant.
Oh my God!
Bruce has been shot.
A resident who heard shots lived about a block away. She had seen a man running from the scene past her house. He turned a corner and she heard a car roar away.
The man with the gun simply vanished. The newlywed bride is left devastated and dazed. Unseen, investigators try to make sense of this tragedy. Soon they will uncover shocking secrets that no one could have seen coming. Just months after their wedding, Bruce and Rebecca Cleland are the victims of a grisly crime. She's injured. And when the police arrive, he is pronounced dead.
Oh my God!
Just as he had a new lease on life.
That was the happiest time of his life. And here it is, almost 6 months later, he ends up dead on the sidewalk in East LA.
Paramedics ripped open his shirt and saw 4 gunshot wounds, 1 in the back, 1 in his face, and 2 in the back of his head.
The shots were fired at close range, execution style. Police are baffled. Who would target such a quiet, unassuming man? As Bruce starts dating Rebecca, decades of solitude melt away.
He finally found the one thing he'd always been looking for, which was a woman who was open, friendly, sexy, and willing to send him very clear signals that it was okay to come forward. Finally, a woman who he could understand.
He is just thrilled to death. He's still shy, he's still introverted, but he's starting to break through this shell a little bit with Rebecca. And he's so happy that, my goodness, this is really happening to me.
Rebecca is just as thrilled.
He was a good-looking gentleman, and he had a very good job. He was a good catch.
I was really happy for her. She just thought he was amazing. I mean, and just such a nice guy, so down to earth and just so attentive towards her. He was like the kind of guy that Rebecca was always looking for.
Rebecca has been hoping for security, not just for herself, but for her young son. His father abandoned them 4 years earlier.
Hi. Salvador. How are you?
Rebecca was a single mother. Having a dependable, stable, grown-up man in the house could only be a gift to her.
Would you like a present? Yes. I have something for you. You like trucks?
Yeah. What do you say, Salvador? Thank you.
These opposites have a magnetic connection.
There was something they wanted from each other. Bruce wanted the attention, the affection from Rebecca, and he got it.
And what did she need? She needed dependability, stability, an older, calm man in her life. This was a perfect match made in heaven.
They were always hugging each other, kissing each other. She always catered to him. Are you okay, honey? You need anything? Can I get you anything? I mean, they seemed like the perfect couple.
What is it?
I'm not telling you.
Just tell me what it is.
You'll have to wait and see. It's a surprise.
The once conservative bachelor loosens up.
He'd been very frugal his whole life, but suddenly he became very generous. He bought furniture for her, jewelry, and clothing. His generosity seemed to be endless.
No, I'm not going to tell you.
Love is a drug that makes heroin look mild. I'm telling you, when you're in love, you do things that you would never have done before.
We're almost there. You have to close your eyes.
Right now?
Yes, close them.
Okay.
No peeking.
Yeah, I didn't peek.
I'm going to come get you, all right?
He wanted to keep that feeling of love. He wanted to keep her happy. He wanted to keep her near. He would do anything, spend anything if that's what she wanted.
No peeking.
Even before they get engaged, he gives her what she's always wanted. A home.
They found a wonderful hilltop, upscale house.
Oh my God! Ta-da!
She got the house that she always dreamt of. I mean, it was something that she could never, ever imagine coming true.
Would you like to go inside and look?
Yes!
It was finally gonna happen.
For Bruce, this is another step in his fairy tale, and this house would seal the deal.
But there is one small, old-fashioned caveat.
She said, you know, after I had my son, I have not had any relationship with anybody. I've been celibate and I'm saving myself for marriage.
Not now, Bruce. We need to wait until we're married. It'll be more special.
In general, the longer a woman waits before having sex with a guy that she's hoping to have a long-term relationship with, the better the relationship outcome is.
This poor man was frustrated terribly by this situation. 43 years now, he's been without a woman. It must be driving him crazy, but he loved this woman so much and respected her virtuous attitude, so he went along with her instructions.
In an effort to keep temptation at bay, Rebecca and her son move into the new house, while Bruce stays at his bachelor pad condo on the beach. Intimacy is on hold, but the love is flowing.
You're going to like this. Come on.
Okay, I'm just kidding, little.
Okay. Take it off.
It's so beautiful.
Like it?
I love it. Oh my God.
He proposes with a ring that makes a huge statement.
Will you marry me?
Yes! Yes!
It's perfect for Rebecca. In fact, she picked it out herself.
She wanted like this big diamond, and it had to be like just shiny and bright.
Historically, one of the easy ways that women were able to decide if a man was going to be a good long-term partner was how much he sacrificed. So here was Bruce sacrificing all kinds of money and stuff for her, and that was an indicator to her that, whew, this is a real guy. He's serious.
Come on.
That's my husband! Oh my God!
But now that serious ring and her new husband are both gone.
I didn't see anything.
She's dazed, confused, and she realizes that her ring is missing. It's been stolen.
Yet nothing else seems to have been taken.
So the police didn't know what it was that they had. Was it a gang shooting? Was it a narcotic deal that went bad? They didn't know.
That's my
With theories swirling, police need to make sense of it all. And what they'll learn is that that missing ring holds more clues than anyone could imagine. Bruce Cleland is killed in cold blood, leaving his new bride a widow. A tragic end to what began as a beautiful, romantic evening.
She took him to their favorite Mexican restaurant. They had dinner and some drinks, left there, and drove toward their home.
To a wonderful evening.
She tells police Bruce had had a few more drinks, so she drove.
She saw a red light on the control panel that told her a rear hatch was open.
I think the back door is open. I'm gonna go check.
Okay. She stepped out, closed the hatch, and then someone hit her on the head and she collapsed. When she came to, she saw her husband lying on the pavement.
Oh my God, that's my husband! No!
It's her darkest hour. A total shock. Just months earlier, she's planning her fantasy wedding from her new dream home.
He wanted her to have a lavish, lovely wedding that befitted her. And so he allowed her to make all the arrangements.
In traditional terms, males feel good when they get to act as the big provider, the big man who can give her what she wants. And so this probably felt so good for Bruce.
With a carte blanche budget, she books wedding photographer Beth Lamb.
Look at all this stuff! Oh my God, there's so much to do.
Money was no object. She didn't care about my prices at all.
Oh, you look amazing tonight. Yes!
She wanted to get everything, the best package, and add a lot onto it.
Though they've just met, Rebecca treats the photographer like an old friend.
I pretty much knew her life story. She was super bubbly and fun and was so excited to be getting married to the love of her life.
Wedding planning becomes her life.
You like it?
Rebecca spent so much time and so much energy planning this wedding. Everything that she ever talked about was about the wedding.
And I love it. Yeah, it's exciting.
While dishing one day, she gives Beth a disturbing glimpse of her true character.
I commented how gorgeous her engagement ring was, and she laughed and said, "Do you want to know the trick on how to get a ring like this? You don't sleep with them until you're married. Because why buy the cow when you can milk it for free?"
Here she had a 42-year-old virgin. She was a very sexy woman with a lot of sexual experience, so she dangled it like the perfect little carrot.
But Bruce loves every minute of being with his fiery fiancée.
Everything Rebecca did was over the top. I mean, the way she dressed, her hair, the way she walked, the way she talked, everything had to be over the top.
And Bruce bankrolls it all.
I mean, he bought her breast, he bought her a new nose, new lips. I mean, he was just, anything she wanted, she would get.
I came home and told my husband the story, and he said, "You need to get that man on the phone and tell him to run away from her."
Ironically, the final moments of Bruce's life are spent running. Not from Rebecca, but from a man with a gun.
No, I gotta go see it.
At the scene, Rebecca's shaken, but not badly hurt. She's taken home to start making the worst kind of phone calls.
Bruce was murdered. Yeah, we were attacked on the side of the road.
And Rebecca was hysterically crying. It was shocking. It floored me, and it didn't feel real. I felt like I was watching a movie.
The police
I was at work and I received a phone call. She says, Bruce is dead. He was killed, he was murdered. And they took my ring. I don't know what happened. It was awful.
Word spreads quickly.
The phone rings, and it's a friend from college. He says slowly, Bruce is dead. And I just felt like I was going to fall over. How do you hear that your best friend, out of the blue, he's gunned down on a street in East LA, left to die in horror? It was so frightening and achingly sad. Why is he dead? No reason. Nothing. Killed for nothing.
The hardest hit? Bruce's parents.
Bruce had a sister who died the year before of cancer, and his parents only had 2 children.
It was devastating just seeing Bruce's parents. Just the pain, the sorrow, just how they deteriorated after Bruce died. I mean, it was just so sad.
No, 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 no.
Shock ripples through the small circle of family and friends. Who did this to the couple, and why? That mystery is about to be blown wide open. Just 6 months after Bruce and Rebecca Cleland's wedding, many of the same guests gather for Bruce's funeral. No one can believe he's dead. And his grieving widow can hardly hold herself together.
Oh my God.
She was so distraught, she had to be helped. She could hardly walk. I mean, she was, looked like she was about ready to pass out.
Oh my God.
Yet, even while mourning, Rebecca's in the spotlight.
She had like this short skirt and this tight outfit, and it was like the most sad and uncomfortable feeling you could ever feel, because all the people that were there were looking at her.
Oh no.
But everyone grieves differently, right?
No.
Just months earlier, as the big day nears, Rebecca decides to unleash her inner party girl one last time. With an over-the-top bachelorette party.
And said, you gotta come, it's gonna be so much fun. We're gonna have strippers and margaritas. And I remember thinking, lady, I'm the PTA president, this Mormon mom with 3 kids. You don't even know me. But I just politely declined.
She invited a whole bunch of people. It was just like a big party. It was fun. I mean, everybody was drinking, having a good time. They had this great show. And I mean, after that, like all the strippers hooked up with all the girls there.
It's wild and crazy. The kind of party you don't tell your mom about. There seems to be a spark between Rebecca and one of the strippers. But it's just fun flirting, harmless, isn't it? With the wedding just 1 week away, she wouldn't do anything stupid and jeopardize the good thing she has with Bruce. Then, the wedding. Straight out of a storybook. Bruce is floating on air.
Oh, he was just Google eyes over her. I mean, he just looked like just so in love and just so happy.
That I pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride.
The celebration continues at the reception, an even flashier event at an upscale country club.
We walked in and it was like this, like, you could tell this wedding was like they spent so much money on this wedding. It was just so beautiful. I mean, the place settings, the flower arrangements, the food, everything was just amazing.
But there are cracks in the picture-perfect facade.
There was something odd about this wedding. Something wasn't right. The atmosphere was not the same as the setting.
Bruce's family looked elegant, classy. Rebecca's family was like low class. It was more like they were going to a nightclub than to a fancy wedding.
The flowers, the food, the decoration couldn't disguise what was really going on. This was the Great Divide. Usually a wedding is when two families are bridged together to make one big family. This wasn't one big family.
And when it's time to cut the cake,
and her family whips out silly string and literally cover them in pink webs. I photographed a lot of tacky weddings, and I've never seen anything like that at a wedding, especially a wedding at a country club with so much money.
Bruce's mother isn't afraid to say what most everyone is thinking.
My son loves Rebecca, so we're stuck with her.
By the end of the wedding, there's just one thing on Bruce's mind.
Yeah, thank you, boy. Ah.
The couple jets off to paradise to finally consummate the marriage. Sadly, things do not go as planned. Bruce's fantasy falls short, at least according to what Rebecca gossips to her friends.
When she told me that Bruce couldn't perform, that he didn't know what he was doing, she says, how am I going to be with this guy when he can't even perform sexually? What am I going to do? No, I do not believe her.
I just thought, oh my gosh, poor Bruce. If she's telling the wedding photographer this, what is she telling everybody? And I just felt so bad for Bruce.
It gets worse. While still on her honeymoon, Rebecca calls the stripper from her bachelorette party and arranges for them to hook up when she gets back. She's beginning to reveal her true colors, and they aren't pretty. And police are beginning to think there's more to her story than she's let on.
Police detective, can I talk to you about a couple that was in here last night?
Of course.
Did you notice anything unusual?
Police went back to the restaurant where they had their last meal and interviewed the waitress, who told them that Rebecca had, during the evening, left the table several times to make phone calls.
She said, I remembered Rebecca going back, making these phone calls behind the gentleman's back. And she thought it was kind of unusual.
I already gave you all the details. I'm already here.
When police checked out the cell phone records, they discovered that Rebecca had made at least 11 phone calls to someone.
It's strange, but it's no crime. Still, police order a detailed trace. Then the cops talk to their street contacts and hear about a man in the area who bought a black market gun just before the murder. The same type of gun used to kill Bruce. He's a lifelong East LA resident with close ties to drug dealers and other criminals. Witnesses to Bruce's shooting ID the gun buyer in a lineup.
The witness, I said, that's the man. That's the man I saw running down the street with a gun in his hand, got in the car.
It's a huge break in the case. Then, in a most unexpected twist, police receive another crucial tip. Surprisingly, it comes from the wedding photographer. Her call will change everything. Police believe they've ID'd the shooter in the murder of Bruce Cleveland. But they still don't know why he pulled the trigger, until wedding photographer Beth Lamb calls with a shocking observation. It paints a whole new picture of the grieving widow, Rebecca.
On the day of the funeral, when I noticed she had her wedding ring on again. I realized that was the ring that she claimed that was stolen during the carjacking.
Seems being the center of attention has its price.
Why did you leave me, Ruth? Go back.
Police go to Rebecca and ask to see her hands.
And there was that glittering diamond ring on the finger of her left hand.
The same ring she claimed the killer took the night of Bruce's murder. Still, there's no evidence that she was involved.
Are you hurt? It is with great pleasure that I pronounce you man.
But as police interview family and friends, they hear a very different version of the couple's relationship. Not long after the expensive wedding, Rebecca admits she's not in it for love.
She actually told me that she wasn't in love with them. She wanted the good life, and she knew that Bruce was going to give it to her. And I felt bad for Bruce. It made me sick.
Yes!
Poor Bruce. Bertha recalls a day at the beginning when Rebecca asks her to come over to meet the guy of her dreams.
I remember getting to her house, and I'm like, well, where is he? She walks over to the kitchen. She comes back with a piece of paper.
Rebecca, what is this? I mean, look at this score. 800.
She doesn't introduce Bruce, just his credit report. She's also not as virtuous as she claims.
Without Bruce's knowledge, all during the courtship, she had been cheating on him. She had been with other women. She had been with numerous other men. She was just completely amoral and guided by greed and lust.
She even gets busy at her own bachelorette party.
Rebecca? Rebecca?
I was looking for her because I wanted to say goodbye to her, and I happened to go look for her in her bedroom. And I walked in, and she was in there with a stripper, well, in bed with a stripper.
That same evening, she also entertained another woman in bed with her.
Rebecca recognized her power, and her power was in her sexuality. She learned that her youth could be used as an asset, and her beauty used as an asset. And this is how Rebecca lived.
She might be greedy and a cheater, but a killer? As more people cooperate and tell their stories, police finally piece together her complex plot to get rich.
Hey, honey.
You need to sign it, please.
It all starts just 3 months after they got married, with her first plan: divorce.
Your divorce papers. Right there. Sign right there.
She consulted a lawyer and had him draw up an agreement.
You get.
She wants half of everything, plus expenses. Bruce is devastated and seeks advice from his own lawyer.
Well, the agreement was extremely one-sided and manipulative. She was trying to take money from him and assets from him that she wasn't entitled to.
She can only have a piece of what he's made since the wedding.
I don't want a divorce.
You're gonna sign them or else!
Still, Bruce wants to try to save the marriage.
It was fairly shocking to hear him commit to want to staying in this relationship after we just spent an hour or so sort of step by step identifying how she was trying to take money from him and assets from him that she wasn't entitled to.
Bruce refuses to sign the agreement.
When Rebecca realized that she was not going to gain very much money from a divorce, she went to plan B.
Murder.
She started forging Bruce's name to life insurance policies, and she set herself up as being the beneficiary of the life insurance policy. She would be able to collect over $1 million if he were killed.
It's not hard for her to convince a couple of friends to become hitmen.
Are you ready for this?
Rebecca was so good at manipulating and controlling men. She had a way that she could get them to do anything, even the friends that she used to kill Bruce for her. Just controlling men with her sexuality.
With Bruce still in the palm of her hand, she offers to take him out for a reconciliation dinner.
Wonderful evening.
Bruce was elated. When Bruce left that night, he said to his parents, "We're going to get together. We're going to try to work out our differences, and I think we're going to get back together." That's the last time his parents ever saw him.
At dinner, Rebecca is flirtatious, loving. Bruce is hopeful. He's oblivious to her plan and the phone call she's making.
I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
Do I need to tell you again? I already told you everything. Are you gonna get nervous on me now? Are you ready for this or not?
She's making these phone calls to the hitmen that she had employed to kill Bruce.
She is completely in control.
They're driving home and they come down to an isolated area, and Rebecca indicates that she has to get out of the car to check the tailgate. So he doesn't think anything about it at the time. He's sitting in the passenger seat, and the next thing he knew, he's shot. He ran for his life, and he's shot in the back. A person comes up behind him and shoots him in the head.
She's okay losing a husband, but she does not want to lose that ring. Now she just has to wait for the cops and give them an Oscar-worthy performance.
This whole story really revealed Rebecca's evil side.
Everything okay? What happened?
I got hit in my head and then I heard shots.
I think that when she saw Bruce shot to death, she felt like everything was going to come together as she wanted it.
Well, it doesn't.
Oh my God, is he dead?
7 months after the murder, police arrest Rebecca and her hitmen. The jury finds Rebecca Cleland guilty of first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder.
The jury in the above entitled action find the defendant, Rebecca Cleland, guilty of conspiracy to commit a murder in violation of Penal Code Section 182.
Rebecca was sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole, as well as the hitman, the one who pulled the trigger and the man who drove the getaway car.
Still, it's little comfort to Bruce's friends and family.
He really loved her and would do anything for her. Bruce was the perfect, easy victim. He'd never had any experience with women. He missed all the red flags with Rebecca. He was an easy mark for her.
All because he wanted love.
I wish so bad I could go back, in time and warn Bruce. Maybe things would have turned out differently.
I've never seen a person who could manipulate people more than Rebecca. She's one of a kind, has no qualm in hurting other people as long as it benefits her.
That's a good-looking man.
I knew Rebecca was greedy and money hungry and materialistic, but I never thought she would commit murder. She was just an evil person. And she deserves to be where she's at, and I hope she stays there till she dies.
Rebecca is the ultimate femme fatale. She uses her femininity to create fatalities. She uses her sexuality to create crimes upon men.
When I think about my friend, who was a shy guy, happening to meet the wrong woman, a black widow, I just think of all the terrible luck. Why did he have to meet somebody who was a predator? I just keep thinking about the bad luck and the unfairness of it.